Welcome to this page where I'm going to summarize for you information about near infrared saunas. I ask that you read this entire article when you are done listening to this video file, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me. It is important to understand the difference between near, far infrared, and even conventional saunas because typically your conventional saunas and even the far infrared saunas are going to create or have more exposure to EMFs than near infrared saunas do. And in fact, the near infrared sauna I recommend, like this sauna tent right here, is created by a company, Createch Solutions, that actually uses a lot of EMF protection in the tent. So it's very, very safe and free of EMF exposure. And you can read more about that. You can go to this link right here, which actually takes you to where you can buy the saunas. You can see all the different types of saunas they have, different sizes, different equipment that you can get. And yes, these saunas are somewhat expensive, but they are not as expensive, certainly, as all wood saunas. And just so you know, I will also jump down here to show you how you could build a sauna with a near infrared light. This is the sauna light panel right here. So if you go to the sauna light panel, you can actually put this panel. This is from the company that sells this panel right here. And this, of course, is much less expensive. You can see the two prices right here. You can come to this space and order the light panel. And let me just show you what the light panel looks like. Let's just go to any of them because you'll get an idea of what the picture of the light panel looks like. So this is your light panel right here. And then you're going to put that light panel. It's nothing fancy. It's got a cage over it. That cage is over it to protect you or your children from touching the lamp or the red lights when they're in there. And then what you would do is go to this, buy this uh, sauna light panel and put it in a small area. It could go into a closet. It could go into a shower stall, which is where I put mine. And you can create a sauna panel that way for quite a bit less money. Now, the tents are nicer, but if this is what you can afford, this would be also another option. So let's move right back and go back up to the top of this page where I can now share with you the information about near infrared saunas. Okay, so first of all, when you're starting a program, you're going to limit your time in the sauna, and it's going to be again used with the near infrared lamp to a maximum of 20 minutes. Now, if you are following a comprehensive program that has been properly developed by your practitioner who has correctly and accurately analyzed your hair mineral test and you have guidance to stay in there longer, it is possible to do so. But again, you would need to check with your practitioner to determine if that applied to you. But sometimes when you start, you want to start out slowly at 20 minutes and then eventually increase your time in the sauna. Just note that the near infrared sauna utilizes infrared lights to generate heat, warming the body internally. It warms the body from the inside out, where a far infrared sauna warms the body from the outside in. And this is a big difference. The heat from a near infrared sauna lamp is going to penetrate the body 3 inches into the cells. It promotes natural detoxification, cellular regeneration, and the healing of many wounds. Now, we talked about creating your own sauna space. And even though these saunas seem expensive, over the years, especially since about 2016, practitioners have seen that many practitioners selling saunas near infrared have raised their prices to about 4 times what they were before. So now many clients cannot even afford a sauna tent. But I did partner with Createch Solutions, and they do offer a sauna tent at a much more affordable price. It saves space and is a fantastic alternative for people who might prefer to, go ahead and get a tent, and is not asking you to build a big wooden sauna or so on and so forth. And again, if you can't do that, you go back to that light I showed you before, stick it in your shower area so that you can use it as a sauna when you're using it that way, and then take it out and you have your shower, put the light away and you have your shower back. And since I live in an apartment, that is what I do, but it does work as well. Now, the advantages of a near infrared sauna, just basically here, is skin renewal because many times the skin is congested and the sauna will restore the skin's ability to aid in detoxification. It improves sweating. Sweating promotes the removal of toxins and chemicals through the skin and lessens the burden on the kidneys and liver. With constant or consistent sauna use, sweating typically intensifies over time. This type of sweating is more effective than what is produced when you're working out because when you're sweating in a sauna, your sympathetic nervous system is activated, which then allows the body, or when you're sweating in the sauna, your parasympathetic nervous system is activated, allowing your body to detox. When you work out, you are in sympathetic dominance, and this hinders the detoxification process. So sweat is generated in that infrared sauna in a way that does not trigger the sympathetic nervous system, and that makes detoxification way more effective. An exercise enhancement because using this sauna can boost circulation, oxygenation of tissues, and regular sessions can even reduce blood pressure and improve arterial flexibility. Saunas can benefit those with cardio issues or cardiovascular issues, allergies, skin ailments, arthritis, and chemical sensitivities. Hyperthermia for infection treatments. There's a number of clients that have problems as they actually have a lower body temperature, lower basal temperature, and that makes them more susceptible to chronic infections. When you elevate the body's temperature, you can aid in exterminating bacteria, funguses or fungi, parasites, and viruses. As you increase the body temperature, you will also destroy abnormal cells that could assist in eliminating tumors, eradicated cells, and mutated cells. It's really interesting to note that when the light penetrates the cells, the old damaged part of the cell sloughs off and a new healthy cell is created. And that's only done through near infrared light therapy. That is not a benefit of infrared far infrared saunas. Hyperthermia is extensively studied as a cancer or treatment for cancer, and heat kills cells that are harmed by radiation and other toxins. Again, it reduces your sympathetic nervous system activity, which allows the body to relax, recuperate, and heal from a variety of health issues. It enhances your oxygen supply, hydration, and circulation within the organs and cells. Now, there are safety and cautionary guidelines for sauna usage. You're going to avoid using the sauna by yourself if you have ever at any time taken any LSD or mind-altering substance, because sometimes people will have flashbacks. That substance will actually be pulled out of the cells. That's how powerful the near-infrared light is. And as it's pulled and moved up in the body, it can cause flashbacks. Do not go into the sauna alone if you have any health issues, and do not take high dose niacin or exercise before going into the sauna. Again, you might want to limit your initial time in the sauna to 20 minutes, again, unless you are working with a complete mineral balancing program and you have specific guidelines from your practitioner. You want to drink about 8 to 16 ounces of water before going in the sauna and keep a towel handy to wipe off sweat while you're there. Utilizing sea salt and kelp, both of which are components of your mineral balancing program, will aid in replenishing nutrients that are lost through sweating. So it is advisable to incorporate good quality sea salt. The sea salt that I recommend to my clients is actually diamond crystal because it is free of microplastics and also heavy metals. So then that's something that's really important. But you can use sea salt liberally, however, to taste on your food with your meals, as long as it's clean salt. Exit the sun if you begin to feel unwell or you have signs of heat exhaustion. Indicators may be that your heart rate is elevated, you start abruptly stop sweating, or you have a flushed face. Now, if your children, especially those under 10, should always be accompanied when they are in the sauna, and they actually can go into the sauna with adult with supervision, always making sure they're not touching the heat elements. Be aware that some clients have faced challenges when utilizing the sauna prior to starting a complete supplement regimen, the one that is recommended by your practitioner. While the sauna does detoxify, it is also going to cause or lead to the loss of some minerals. It's not just choosing randomly to pull all the toxins out. As those minerals are excreted, this can be problematic for certain individuals. Some clients find it beneficial to wait until they start their supplements before using the sauna, while others are comfortable starting the sauna simultaneously with their waiting period or during their waiting period while they're waiting to get their programs back. But approach with caution and please let your practitioner know if you do have any issues. I find that especially people in a 4 low, if they're not on a supplement program, could become very depleted when they're using the sauna before they actually start their full mineral balancing program. Now, pregnant women and children younger than 5 should refrain from using near infrared lamp saunas. Infrared energy may be strenuous on a developing fetus. Young children do not produce sweat as efficiently as adults, and that makes them more susceptible as well to dehydration. So it's best to avoid sauna or near infrared lamp therapy for infants and children under 5 in most situations, but consult your practitioner if you have more questions about this. Also, post sauna, you want to shower or rinse off after you're done with your sauna. Relax to 10 to 15 minutes after leaving the sauna and drink about 8 to 16 ounces of water post sauna, taking your supplements if possible after your sauna. Again, to replace the minerals that may have been sweated out during the sauna. Now, for those of you who can't afford a sauna of any type, even the lamp that you would put into the shower or closet, you have an option right here of moving to using a single near infrared light therapy. This is still a near infrared light right here, and this is just where you can purchase it. It actually just takes you to the page on Amazon. So you can see that this is a very kind of a very nice lamp stand, and it's really nice to have this stand if you can afford it. Of course, it's a lot less expensive than buying the full light panel. It's not going to be as effective. You are going to get some near infrared light therapy, but the sweat factor is not going to be here when you're using just a single lamp. And if this is too expensive, I'm always trying to give my clients all kinds of options. You would go to right here and you would buy something like this. Now, this one might not be really well because you want to make sure that it will take a 250-watt bulb, and this says 150. So you would just go back and make sure you found a clamp lamp that would be able to support a 250-watt bulb, and they are out there. I probably should have typed that in here, but they are there. So you can find that. And then right here, you see these ones will. And so you would have that. Now, I don't like these as much because what I find is over time, these mechanisms right here are going to eventually break down. You're going to replace them a lot. So I preferred to get that nice stand-up lamp, which it does keep, and it is good for a very long period of time. So that is everything I have for you there. I also would highly recommend, and I just want to go over this quickly, that no matter what you decide to do, you do get at least a single red lamp, even if you buy the sauna. The reason being is if a client calls me and they have a sinus issue, maybe a headache, maybe a skin rash, maybe a wound that needs healed, maybe an injury, then you're going to want this light to just be able to shine it on that area. It can be, you can shine it on the face. You can, as you see this lady here with it on her back. I used it over my knee as I was healing from a meniscus tear. So there are all kinds of things that you're going to use that single infrared light for. So you're usually going to want to have that even if you have the full sauna, because if you have something small like that you're wanting to target, you're not going to maybe want to jump into the full sauna. So that is where we're going to close today. Make sure that you just come back up here to buy either your sauna. Remember, you have the option of getting that light panel, so you can always do that as well. And I should maybe even move that. This is the near infrared sauna. So you have that sauna, or you can get the light panel if that's more affordable for you at this time. So, and the light panel is at the bottom of this page. So those are all your options for that. Make sure that if you have any questions, you let me know. But as always, I want you to go through and read through all this information. That was a very quick summary of everything to do with near infrared saunas. And I'm always here to answer any questions you may have. Thanks for listening from Holistic Wellness from Within.